Ershter Vals, meaning first waltz, basically it is an inspiration that I found actually years ago when I was watching a lot of films. Those films are talking about, Jewish people talking about World War II and how people got really affected and their family just separated. And why don't I do something a little bit more uplifting for human soul? And why don't I do a work that can encourage people to go further, to be brave, and to love each other, rather than focusing on the side moment, but focusing on the bright future. I found this music, it's absolutely stunning. It's sung by this Italian group with kind of like a jazzy, a little bit more folky, kind of tone, and it has a beautiful voice going through the entire piece. When I heard that music, I just felt suddenly clicked. The melody of the music just very, very flowing, and it has a very great earthy feel to it. And at the same time, the movement sometimes can be very romantic, and sometimes it can be very, very aggressive. So it has a great contrast to it. We choose 4 different color tones for women with a long dress, with a full circle of skirt. But inside of a skirt, we have all different colors as well. And the men will be wearing plum color pants with a white, soft layers of shirt. So it gives us a little bit of a romantic feel. Basically, the costume, the lighting, and the movement and choreography, everything, it's almost like it's almost like one outfit.
This piece acts as a prequel to a piece that I created last year for Queensland Ballet's International Gala called Bittersweet. In that piece there was a pas de deux for 2 of the dancers, and I wanted to create kind of their backstory to it. So using the idea of the 4 seasons, how a relationship starts, grows, fades, and ultimately ends. So the costumes are designed by Nolene Hill, and they're a beautiful take on a really feminine ball gown almost, but in gauze, so that it's translucent and it flies away. And the original idea for the costume came from Bittersweet, and we've carried that through, and she's adapted it to make the costumes more in keeping with this theme of summer, which is the concerto that I'm using for this piece. The music for Sweet Beginnings is Vivaldi's Summer from the 4 Seasons, and it will be performed by Collusion Music, and they've organised a string quartet for us, and they'll be, like in Bittersweet, they'll be floating in the background in a darkened stage behind gauze, so it gives this really nice sort of almost stained glass window effect. It gives a heightened sense of liveness to the music.
In the program of Elegance, my ballet is called Verdi Variations, and that was a ballet that I created in 2011 for the Royal New Zealand Ballet. Choreographed in the classical style, I've used classical vocabulary for the choreography, so the positions are more symmetrical, more upright with the back, and very clean lines, using steps that I guess that we practice and hone every day in ballet class. And the music for Verdi Variations comes from two operas that are his, Jerusalem and The Four Seasons. Because this is a new staging of this piece that I've choreographed, I'm having the opportunity to relook at how it was lit and the design elements of the piece. And Nolene Hill, our resident in-house designer, has created the designs for the tutus and the tunics for the men, which are absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to see it all on stage.
The way that dance internationally is moving, dancers can't just be one particular type of dancer, and so they're really lucky to have this opportunity that has been organised by Lee to have so much input from the 4 different choreographers and from 4 very different styles of dance. As a freelance choreographer, to have the opportunity to work with people like Nolene Hill in costumes and Matt Scott on lighting, and the whole production crew, the whole team of fantastic staff at Queensland Ballet just makes me feel like the luckiest person, because it takes so much pressure off and allows you a nurturing environment to really create the work that you want to create and that you feel like you can create to the best of your ability.
All the 4 pieces will offer something different to the audience, so that's the good thing about having a mixed program, is that hopefully you will walk away from the end of the night and have absolutely loved, a couple of the pieces that will have really connected with you.